Good morning. Uh, so yesterday I ended up not going live. I did not trade yesterday. I just needed, I did not feel well. Let's just leave it at that. I did not feel well yesterday. Um, but guess what? Ford did trigger yesterday, or not yesterday, Monday. And of course, Ford yesterday went right back up. That kind of sucks. It looks like it just triggered right there at 12:29. I guess I could have bought back in. Um, but it is what it is. Uh, I do have a few small stocks that are different uh, than what I was watching. I've already added to my watch list. Let me just bring you guys over here. So this one is not one of them. This one I don't think I'm interested in. I'll have to look at that one later. But APP, LAC, and Intel. I'm going to be watching these three. Kind of interested in them. Not interested in this one. Don't think I'm interested in that one. Or that one. Some of these are old. That was in here twice. Okay, whatever. We'll just leave that one there for right now. Uh, Excuse me. Take a look at the map. So yesterday it looks like it was low through till the afternoon, then it peaked back up. Was this showing? Not a whole lot right now. NIO, I should probably have an eye on. I'll put that one right here. Uh, Yesterday it took a pretty good hit, so I wonder what it will do today in the long run. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. Uh, okay, so that will be that. All right, we can switch back to this. So this hit the scanner a few times. I don't like it. It seems like it's just under a lot of pressure. Same thing. Damn. A brand new stock that can be super volatile. We're not going to do it. When a stock is first released, it can be really, really volatile. You can make a lot of money, but it's also extremely risky. Um, Excuse me. Nope. AOLD. No. So we are not looking at a whole lot here. Yeah. Not a whole lot today. So we got more short options, it looks like, than long options. I'll throw Ford up here while I sit. Oh, I threw Ford right here just so I have it up there. Um, think that's today. Today was quick and easy, honestly. Um, I was actually working on uh, a Patreon page a little bit this morning. A little bit of a shock. Um, I actually had somebody that was using it the other day, but I didn't know that, which is really, really bad. I should be keeping up with that. So, hold up. Okay. So, I do not have anyone actively subscribing, but I did do a new tier today. So these were the ones I had before, and I had one in here for like I think Discord, but I don't ever really use Discord. So I took the Discord out, but I did do this one-on-one video chat. Actually, it should say monthly. Uh, so underneath this monthly chat, it would be live video chat. So if you need help with like spreadsheets or anything that I'm doing, if you really want like one-on-one, hands-on, um, that's where that will be, and that will be every month. Um, and I might start posting. Should I? Will I post like my weekly thought plans on there or something? I don't know. Like I want to try to make. I don't want to just have like a paywall for no reason, right? I want to have something there, but I don't want it to be training only. I want, I try to do a lot of training type stuff here, but there are some things like, especially like spreadsheets, it can be very difficult for me to teach or to help somebody or to help you with that without seeing what, the way that you have yours set up and then actually give you the hands-on help with that. So I just think that would be helpful in the long run. Um, and I also have some stuff here I gotta check. Um, I will need to call on that again. A consistent freaking problem. I do have an order to ship. Awesome. So I finally got. Well, I put some more items on here. I still got some more I need to get inventoried. Um, what one sold anyway? Uh, I do want to be careful with that. Um, manage orders. Yeah, it's gonna show buyer's name. Okay, does not show anything else. Just first name. I can work with that. All right, so it's the 1906. Sweet. So the 1906, I have a lot of those comparative to some of the other ones. I do have 15 of those. Sure, I did list them all on there. I wasn't supposed to. All right, so I'll be reducing that number to probably like 10 and then putting 5 over on eBay. I do try to keep some on eBay and some on Amazon. But Amazon already pulled through with one sale. I got those on there yesterday, so that's freaking awesome. I only have like 36 units, so I think that's going to be 2 weeks, 18 a week. That's like 2 a day, 2.5 a day. Some days I can sell 3, 4, 5, and then some days it's just 1 or 2. Yesterday was a half day by the time I got them up and sold 1. So that's good so far. It's kind of going towards the plan. I wish I was able to pick up more of those because my profit margin on those is actually pretty decent. But you can only get so many as the wholesaler has. So it is kind of what that is. So I'm going to get that working. Get my iPhone charging. My Samsung, I think is full. Yeah, my Samsung is fully charged. I've had this thing soda out for like an hour. It was starting to get warm. Or 40 some odd minutes. Actually, probably right at near an hour now. 50 minutes. All right. So Navita can be very interesting if it wants to drop below here. I think it does want to make a move down lower. It's not getting over highs. But the spread on this is a little drastic at times. What is the spread looking like right now? It's not terrible. But you can see it this gets bought out and it can jump way up here really quick. I mean, that's a 40-cent spread. So if this gets busted through, you're looking at selling, real quick on a 40-cent drop. Now, this is pre-market. Things are generally a lot thinner at pre-markets. But still, the spread on this is generally quite wide. You got to be careful with this, especially if you're trying to take a certain position size of volume, because you could find yourself running up against a shortage pretty darn quick. So yesterday, it looked like it had a really good dump here. So it got up to right in that area. Then it dumped all the way down. Okay. But it looks like it's going to be building strength for today. It looks like it's going to have a green day. Probably would not be interested unless it starts to get over here. So Tesla, we may not actually be doing any trades on. Tesla, we may just be watching for right now. Amazon. Ooh, Amazon had a really ugly sell-off here. Decent pullback. Amazon, I don't think is going to be ready for us to do much. I would want to see what that's going to end up doing. Apple, same thing. Would kind of want to see it starting to climb back up over here, or start making a push down below here. So Apple, not much to do with that. Intel, I looked at this briefly today. This has a down push that may continue, so I'm kind of interested at below this point right here. Um, and then app interested at the low for a short right down in this area. LAC, what was the thought on that one? I think it already came down a massive amount yesterday. Can you imagine if we had saw this yesterday, made the plan that, below pre-market low, you jump in. This stock here, you could have easily done like 2,000, 3,000 shares or whatever. God, that would have been kind of nice. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on it. Not sure where I would fill, but I think it could come down to around where this level is. So could get a decent little deal here. Change was $1.48. So if you did 1,000 or 2,000 shares, I mean, that would have been a pretty freaking dollar. Tesla probably would not be interested unless it breaks yesterday's low. Probably not interested unless it breaks the high right here. Unless there's a steep play that it could possibly be done, where it could be a steep deal, kind of like this. If it forms, we might jump on it. But for right this second, that's kind of what we're looking at. Let me do this real quick. I need to get my lucky earrings in. I don't know how lucky they are, but I always seem to do slightly better when I got them. If it'll be ready this weekend. Okay. Is everything working again? So I got a new video. Oh, this is way too loud. All right. Sorry, I just adjusted my mic, so that should be sounding a lot better now. It was clipping hard. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, that sounds good. Or actually, I don't know what it sounds like, but on the meter, it looks good. What I'm talking about is this little deal right here. That's what I look at. You really don't want it going into the red. Going a little bit into the yellow is all right, especially with your like sounds. It is going up just a little. Bring it down just a tad more. All right, that should do just well. With some of the P sounds, it will jump up. That's normal, but in my normal talking range, it is getting all the way up into the green, slightly into the yellow. I think that is perfect. If it's too quiet, let me know and I could turn it up just a tab because that will raise the overall volume. But if it's too loud or it's too high, then it starts to clip my audio. But I'm going to be working on my truck. So I did a TikTok live stream on it a few days ago. And I was spending a lot of time working out details. And I believe that I got it figured out on what I want to do and how I want to do it, more importantly. So I'm going to be setting up a uh, to kind of start rebuilding my truck. So do I have pictures of my truck? I don't think so, but what I can do is just do this. I'll pull up Google Images of my truck and then show you. There you go. So this is basically my truck. Uh, and I got a few ideas on what I'm going to do. Some of them are really, really cheap upgrades to make it look better. Some of them are going to be a little bit more in depth. But what I have to do, or what I'm going to be doing next weekend, or this weekend, is I'm rebuilding this rear axle. So I'm going to be live probably on TikTok. I don't think I'm going to be live doing it on YouTube, but I will record it for YouTube on the process of doing that. And then I will upload that video to YouTube. I don't know if watching me doing it live would be. I don't think people really would want to watch that. Maybe, I don't know. I guess I'll find out. I'll put it as a question. But I'm gonna get the rear axle rebuilt. I'm gonna have the whole truck repainted. That's gonna be something I'm gonna be saving for later. I may do a flatbed. I'm not sure yet. I might keep this bed. But I'm gonna be replacing the bumpers to a metal bumper. Uh, I'm going with black rims. I do have a plan for that. I'm going to be changing out the headlights. These lights, I'm going to smoke them all out so they're all going to be dark colored. So it's going to be white, black. All this chrome up here will be black. The headlights are going to be black. And then these up here are going to be smoked. So really going with the black and white theme, quite heavy. So yeah, I'm going to start working on that this weekend. Like I said, I got to rebuild that rear axle. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've looked at several diagrams and the process of doing it. So I have a general idea, but I've never done it before. So that is going to be interesting. Like I said, I will be live on TikTok doing that. Nope, not the one I wanted. The TX. I'm kind of interested in this one, but I'm concerned that the drop may be done. So, kind of watching for either a climb up in price, really kind of, I guess, above going into the 6.7 or 7.7, or a drop below the 73.62 on that one. Oh wow, I got 3 people in here watching. Thank you for coming and watching my YouTube live stream. Um, I don't really have more to say than that, but thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I broadcast live on YouTube and Twitch. Kind of talking to myself a little bit. Today looks like it's going to be a little bit of a slow day. There's a few things I'm going to be looking at, but a lot of things I just need to wait and see what's going to happen first. Even though Amazon is having a bit of a good move here, I feel like this is going to be more bearish than anything. I mean, if it doesn't get up and over yesterday's pre-market high, above the 140, I mean, I guess it kind of could, but I mean, that's quite high up still. I think it's more likely that it could go through a sell-off. Tesla, like I said, I think I'm going to be sitting back on Tesla. There's a really good chance that today just may not be a trade day for me. Um, I took a trade on Monday. I I'm really kind of upset with myself. I was not feeling well. I was tired. Um, I looked at my sleep thing. I had a little less or a little over 3 hours of sleep. Actually, where's my phone? Let me look. A little over 3 hours. So that's not good. Um, I definitely need to work on that. There's actually a few things I need to work on. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, among a few other things I did. Um, my blood test results didn't come back great. Um, I still have to go see a cardiologist. Yay. Hopefully that's not a problem. Something I'm actually kind of worried about. Anyway, uh, yeah, I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot for me to do right now. Just a whole lot of kind of sitting and waiting. Still got like 27 minutes before market open. I'm kind of ready for it now. I mean, not really a whole lot I need to kind of be paying attention to. This stock here, Nvidia, maybe jump in at 100 and then add 100 later. Uh, I'm thinking short. I think short possibly. Um, let's take a look at what this is doing. NVDA. I don't care about the chart. I want to look at this. So the 1 week, it's looking down. Month, it's still up. Their next earning call is in November. So some time away. Um, I guess what we can do is check from where it's at to here. It's 2%, 1.4, 0.6. Sitting over yesterday's VWAP close. I mean, that's not super useful info, but it is sitting above it. What is Tesla's stats looking like here? It's sitting above 2. Red here, but green here. Okay. And Ford screwed me on the long run. In the week, it's up 2.7, a little bitch. Actually, I need to step away for a brief second. So let me swap it over to that. So one thing I actually just kind of noticed. Market is green, but it's looking, there's quite a few gray and some red. I wonder what that might end up doing. Oh, somehow I screwed this up. There. Anyway, I'll be right back. It's a little early for my walk away leg stretch, but I'm going to do that now. I'll be back in like a minute or two. I'm back. Alright. I feel better. I left and people leave the live stream. Of course. I'm kind of used to that. I don't blame them, actually. I don't blame y'all. It's kind of boring to watch somebody not be here. But, this is live. It is exactly the way it is. All right. Layla, come here. Layla. All right. So, Navita can be an interesting short or possible long. It can really kind of go either way. So that's the reason why I'm not feeling doing it either way too much. Tesla has just been getting into this chop a lot, and it's getting kind of hard to figure out when and where to kind of make a play. Um, so we probably will hold back some here. Okay, we're at 200. 200 is fine. 200 is good for almost any stock that I do. Um, so we'll leave it at 200. Today's goal is probably not to have a goal. Like I said earlier, it may be a no trade day. So we're going to be working on discipline, I guess. You could say a little bit of discipline. Um, TC. Uh, I am pretty interested in this one though. Really kind of below this though. Um, yeah. That right there can be a dangerous zone. Yesterday's uh I guess you could say a little pop here and here lines up with here, kind of right here. So that would have been a fantastic short entry right there. But I think it still has room to go down. So yeah, Intel I'm interested in. LAC. Kind of going below here. Let me just go ahead and throw an alert. Um, I know we'll do the same thing with Intel. Oh. Kind of let us know a little bit ahead of time before it gets there. But in enough time, or kind of to be sure of the direction. This one I'm not interested in doing anything with. App. We'll put an alert right here. Just to kind of let us know to keep an eye on it for a move down below the 39. Tesla looks like it's going to start making a push down from here. Got roughly 11 minutes till market open. So that is kind of interesting. I wonder if it's going to start getting like a market down push going into the opening time here. So it happened here right around 53, 8:53. 9:24 before the next kind of push. So I don't know what way this wants to go. So I think what we're going to do is kind of see what happens for the first few minutes at market open before we make a decision. And we're only going to be looking for breakouts. I don't want to get into any of this chop here. It's way too easy to lose money in this chop. So we're only going to try to be looking for the bigger moves in this. And that probably won't happen unless it starts to make a push down below here. So maybe be a trade more for like a Friday or Monday when it starts to make that move kind of affirmative. So I think Intel and LAC are going to be our possibly best chances today. Lithium Americas. The one thing I don't like is the volume here is really low, so we wouldn't be able to take a huge position size, even though I would kind of want to because of the price range. So this will automatically be like a secondary choice and possibly a multi-day play, which I don't know if I would say would be ideal, but if we're playing a little bit slow, then it might be just fine. Danny, I go live every day, so you can see what I do every day. The month of August, I had an extremely high win ratio. I was like 8,000, 9,000 up until the last week of August. The last week of August, I fucked up. Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it. It was like 9,000. I was up until the last week of August, where I screwed up. I took an option. Yeah, I got greedy. I took an option. Um, I was watching Tesla. I took an option on Tesla. Um, and I was fairly certain it was going to continue the drop. I think took the option like maybe right in here. Maybe it was on this day. I don't remember. Anyway, I took an option trade and I got butt fucked. It was on this day, and I got fucked. I thought it was going to go down, and it didn't. It went up. Because I thought this was going to start to go down, so I grabbed an option on it. I was really stupid. I follow some patterns. There's certain things I'm looking for. Um, I look for where pressure is kind of like lining up. Not necessarily like double tops, but I look at how the candle's forming, where I see the orders kind of coming in at, what SPY and Queen are doing. Actually, I haven't even looked at so I got these on this screen over here. Um, so yeah, hold on. So I got this one. This is my day sheet. This is the sheet that I load up and utilize daily. So things on here can change. This is the sheet that you guys can see when I click over to this page. As you can see, it's the same sheet. So that's that sheet. Then I have my long-term sheet, which is this sheet. And this is on another screen. And so I got Queen, SPY, and then I got many different stocks here. I'm not even interested in that one anymore. I do need to go through this one. There's some in here that I'm just not interested in. I'm not even sure 1% why they're still here. But I'm not going to delete any of the. So these ones up here are probably going to be a no. I'm kind of watching MGM. I'm thinking it might be going through an up spike soon. This section right here is my telecom, industry. This is my automotive, and this is my Amazon, which kind of ties in with some of these other deals. This is Microsoft, which I guess could come down here since I took out that one. I do sometimes I'll do DD due diligence, but a lot of times I'm looking for continuations or pressure. Well, that's what I do. I like to look at how the candles form and then make a decision from there. It's just when it came to Tesla, I took an option I really shouldn't. See, this I kind of like, but this is also pretty normal coming into pre-market. Ooh, that was a gap down. Came all the way down here, but it jumped right back here kind of quick before the next order. So today's plan. So Monday, I took a loss. It was one of my. Good morning, Odison. So Monday, hey, I got the cat ears again. Sorry, but this is just kind of funny. So I got the beginnings of a cat ear. So boop boop boop. If somebody leaves, I'll have the perfect cat ear. I don't know why I think that's so funny, but to me it is. There was one day I had the cat ears, then it was the body, and then I had like two or three people all jump in. So I had the cat tail, and then they all left, so it went right back down. So it was the perfect resemblance of a freaking cat. And I don't know why I laughed at it for so long, but I did. It was really kind of stupid. Gee. Um, but Tesla, I don't know if I'm going to be taking a trade on it kind of early. I want to see what this is going to do. It did come back up quite a bit. So, hmm. I'm probably not going to be interested in it until the move is more or less confirmed. Apple had a pretty good spike here. Over yesterday's high, it may be getting interesting, but I think it could also be getting into a little bit of resistance until it really kind of pops up above right here. I just had a big old warning pop up on my windscreen over here. Oh, and I got the cat eyes, or the cat ears. His one ear is a little deformed though. Wee. um. So yeah, Apple's kind of interesting. Uh, so Tesla is having. So Tesla, Danny, by the way, Tesla is like one of these stocks I do trade quite often. Um, it really has come into one of my main stocks. So definitely going to be curious to see what Tesla's going to do here. So Odison, how did you do overall yesterday? Did you stay green or did you go red? I did not feel well yesterday, so I ended up not coming to my trade computer at all. Small green, hey, that's better than nothing. That is kind of normal there. Okay, my computer is acting a little slow with this pre-market. That's kind of normal. Sometimes, unfortunately. Intel did cross that. So I'm watching that kind of carefully now. I know I said I was going to be going with the smaller share sizing, but I kind of like what that is doing. So I'm going to be was a little bit more aggressive than I probably should. This early morning spike down may not last. So I'm riding it a little close. And there we go. That was a nice little green. And we can kind of relax here. Intel. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. I kind of just want to get a free trade locked in. I don't care if it triggers. It triggered. It didn't go up. Why did you trigger? Oh well. Alright. We're not going to keep messing with that. Okay. This is having some extra volatility today, kind of early on. I think once it starts to go down to a new low, it may shoot down, get a free trade locked in. Hopefully. Well, that didn't happen. All right, let me mark the new high a day because I just took a loss. So, not a loss, but I went backwards. So, I like to try to keep track of that the best I can. Small green on Navita. Okay. Hey, that works. Uh, sorry, during market open, well, Odison knows this, but during market open, I can be a little slower at reading comments for obvious reasons. Uh, I still feel bearish on this. I'm just gonna wait. Oh, of course, there's the push down. Eh, we'll put that right there. We're still looking at Tesla, so I don't want to be too involved with this if I can help it. But Tesla looks like it needs to go through a little bit of work here. Not 30 down, whatever. All right, we're just going to sit back. For my HOD, I'm down 144. That's fine. We can work on that. Apple is doing the push down. Kind of still want to see it go lower before I think of anything with that. I think it will. I think there's a chance that it could go down to maybe 177 or close to. I don't think this is going to last, but I don't want to jump in. Not yet. So, Odison, I know you were talking about doing a bunch of work on your bathroom, right? Well, I got my project picked out and ready. I'm going to start working on my pickup truck. Later on today, I actually got to go pick up a bunch of parts. And then I'm going to be putting on, or this weekend, I'm going to take the whole rear axle of my truck apart. And I have no clue what I'm doing. It is a Dodge 1-ton dually. So it's a pretty big ass axle. But it's going to be fun. I needed to get it done. It's been leaking a little bit. And I'm going to start working on that truck, make it look nice again. And give me something to do. I don't think this upswing is going to last. I mean, I guess it could. Anything could. All right, that's actually getting kind of interesting. Right where it's at for the upside. I would want to see a continuation here. I think it got over. Almost. Like 30 cents, which is honestly not that big. Not that big of a difference there. So I'm in a chat room. This one is kind of getting called out a little bit. I don't think I like it. This is actually feeling a little bit more bullish to me. Oh, hey, sorry, Zing, so I had a Discord, but I really don't use it. Somebody was actually just messaging me on Twitch. I think they already left, but I didn't notice that they popped in. I'll probably try to send them a message and say sorry. I don't like people to think that I ignored them. So it just clicked over, but it's showing a little bit of weakness. So I'm kind of getting interested in this. But if I do something, probably be a slightly reduced share sizing for the push here. But I don't want to get too greedy. I already made 125. I'm only down 144 from my HOD, which is not really near target, but hey, green is green. That basically that pays about half of my parts for the truck that I need to pick up. Now this is feeling weak. That's a decent drop right there. But will it continue is the question. Yes, it will. Drastically. So that jumping in right there would have been good. But now there's a good chance it could climb back up. So getting in would be kind of dangerous. You really kind of would want to short it right there. Intel did pop back up. So I'm fine with only losing what? I lose 30 bucks on it. So it went down 40. I was up 10, went down 40. Something like that. Um, we have a few things in the halt list. None of those I'm interested in. So now you see kind of what I was talking about. If you try to jump in down here, there was just a really good chance that it was going to build back up. And that's exactly what happened. But if you got it here, you threw a stop loss in somewhere right in here, that would have been a good little quick scalp. But I missed it. That's actually not doing bad. But I don't like the volume on it. Kind of would want to see a higher volume. We're just gonna hang tight with right kind of where we're at right now. All right, so I don't know if the viewer that was watching me on Twitch just came back, but I'll make sure I keep an eye on my Twitch box. Sorry, during market open, the first several minutes, it can be kind of difficult for me to keep an eye on everything that's kind of going on. So in the first few minutes of market open, I can be a little slow to see messages. But I do look. It just may take me a second. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to keep my head more on a swivel. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring them. Navita is really kind of pulling here. But you kind of see like the spreads that I'm talking about. It can just get really ugly. And it has gotten ugly for me in the past. Um, yeah, look at that. There's the sell. But that'd be just kind of hard to play, I think. The spread, unless you're going in with a small share size in a where you can kind of weather the spread here, I could just see you getting sold out kind of quick. Apple made a big push down. It was looking kind of good. And it just completely turned around. Um, I think I'm happy with the idea that I'm just gonna kind of sit back and wait. I'll leave my cursor, or actually what I'll do instead. Oh, never mind. Don't need to. It just went through it. So would that have been a good play? All right, is that going to retrace? I don't like the... Okay. We're going to stop right now. So I'm basically black. I'm not red. I'm black. Yeah, Navita's price jumps can be a beautiful thing. Can be absolute beautiful thing there, Odison. But my God, getting filled or exited can be very, very hard. I feel like this wants to go really low here, but I was trying to lock in free trades and kind of screwed up twice now. So we're just gonna sit back for a second. I'm still feeling bearish. It's pretty... If it stays below 267, I think there's a very, very high chance it will make a new low. If it gets over 267, it may find some strength on the day. I don't think that's going to happen at this point. No, not right now. I think it's more likely to go down. See, I got a bad feel there. Alright, that's slightly better, but not what I'm looking for. I mean, $7 will be freaking do. So I'm basically kind of back where I started from with a free meal. So that's not cool. So yeah, at this time we're just gonna kind of sit back and wait. Uh, Queen and Spy look like they might be getting a little weak here. Queen has turned back to red on the 15. Spy is green, but looks like it's about to switch to red here pretty soon on the 15-minute. Apple is continuing on its down march. Kind of getting in right at the blows here would have been good, but oh well. I kind of made my bed with Tesla for today again. Um, so FO. That's for the shoot. I know what that's for, but I don't remember. I don't remember what the acronym stands for. But yeah, I don't know why I'm running a brain fart today. That's not a good thing to be having when you're trying to trade, but okay. But that's the the federal bank or whatever. You know, I could almost already tell you they're gonna raise rates again. Yeah. Uh they're I could almost guarantee you they're raising rates. It's just how high they're gonna raise them. I'll be shocked to find out if they lower the rates. Yeah, at this point, I don't want to get caught into some chop, so I'm either going to wait for probably a new low to start to form, or I don't even think I would want to go in over on the high because maybe um, I'm just going to sit back. So we're just going to look for a major drop zone. So we're going to look for a big red candle to kind of form, and then we're big red or big green, big red or big green. We're gonna wait for that, and then from there we'll make a decision on what we do. So for right this second, we're just gonna sit back and replug in my tablet. I'm gonna move the tablet off to the side. I'm not getting much information off it this morning. Oh, come here, sweet girl. Doggy time. So I don't know how long I'm going to be live for today. I might call it a little early just to allow the market to kind of do whatever it wants to do. Um, yeah, it's going to start to go up. Or not. I thought since it broke the 267.4, it might start to go up. We're just waiting for a good sized candle either way to go. Kind of like that. Now we're just gonna wait and see what happens here. We don't want to get caught in the chop, so we're looking for confirmations. That's not the confirmation. So yeah, the rate will come out. The live stream will start here. I think it's actually gonna hold steady. Um, I don't know they will, honestly. We're just gonna wait and see what happens here. We got time. We got all the time in the world. When we start trading like we don't, that's when we start losing. I got into the chop when I shouldn't have. That's the thing I need to get better with, is not entering this chop. I think that's still going to be... I'm not exactly upset with that idea right there, but I think that might be getting into the chop. I think it'd be better to wait until kind of more down here. Maybe the break under the 266. It did get up over the 267, which made it go green on the day right here. So that's going to be a support resistance area at open. On top of the fact that it's a whole dollar mark, is its own support resistance level. So I think we need to wait for more of a drop before we make a definitive decision. So we're just gonna wait. Not going the direction I wanted it to. There. I almost jumped out of that too. Lock in tab profit. Now we could just sit. Now, I think this is going to have some room to kind of go. So we're not going to try to micro trade this. We're just going to sit here. So we'll move it down periodically. Capture to that point right there. I'm just going to give it some room to go. Yeah. Everything else, nothing else is really kind of working. Not right now, anyway. Tesla is popping. Oh, hey, welcome back. I do not have Discord. And they already left. They weren't in here for all that long. I mean, I'm trying to catch, trying to catch them so I can reply back. But they had already, uh, I don't know. Z from Twitch, are you still in here? I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. Yeah, see, we're not going to try to keep chasing this. We're just going to leave it right here like this. But I do not have Discord. I do, but I don't ever use it. So I don't have it. Same. I mean, I might be interested in doing another, grabbing another 100 here. Think I might wait on that. Because that's coming up more than I would want it to. We're not going to panic sell here. Huh? Well, that kind of sucked. I was hoping that was going to just continue down through today. And look, it just made me cover. And then watch it go back down. But we're going to walk away from it. We're not going to continue to do that. This did climb all the way kind of back up here. It's a pretty good bull candle here, but I don't know if that's going to continue yet or not. I'm basically still black. I'm not getting anywhere today. I was trying to do the longer game because, there's been several trades I've done where I was like, hey, I wish I just stayed near entry and allowed the stock to continue to go down throughout the day. So that's what I was trying to do with Apple, because I felt like I got in at a fairly good area. And of course, it came up, just touched it, and now it looks like it's going back down. Layla, don't fall. Girl, don't fall. Yeah, it's okay. And she was on my lap. She started to move around and she almost fell. So it just clicked over and then started to go down. So this is not like a very strong pop here. So I don't necessarily like that. LAC just triggered. Did make a move down low, but the volume is just really thin. I don't like that. Go ahead and delete that text message. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna wait. And of course, Apple is making its march back down. So it just made me trigger. Barely. And then of course it goes right back. So had the right idea. It just didn't quite work the way I wanted to. If only I was a little higher. So I shorted it at 96, got out at 91. So if I did go just a tab higher, I probably would have been fine. Uh, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I guess I could have jumped back in, but I didn't want to get into a situation where I kept on trying to force the trade. So I was just like, you know what? I'll let it go. But this is kind of that's kind of cool. Tesla made a new high. It's starting to go down. I wonder if it's going to cross the 267. It's above it right now, so we're just going to keep an eye on it. That's a it made that point right there. Oh no, it only got to there. Yeah, see, Apple is going lower now. I I'm chasing this. I'm trying to chase this now. I'm not. I'm not happy with that trade. I'm trying to chase it. That's what I need to not do. I don't care if it's working out. Amazon did break to a new low. That's it. Looks like it's going to go back up and test it. Yeah, I'm not happy with this. I'm chasing. How the hell did that trigger? It wasn't even close. Whatever. All right. But I was chasing that and I shouldn't have been. So I'm gonna just count that as, I don't want to say lucky, but I should not be chasing stuff. So we're just gonna let that go for now. Let's check on Navita. Navita would be so hard to play. I mean, look at, so if it breaks through a level, it can jump up really quick or jump down just as quick. It feels like it wants to go down a little bit more than up. But you would really want to go in with a small share sizing just because it can be so difficult to gauge right now. But I mean, it's really hard because I mean, look at it. If you got it up here and you're down here now, I mean, that's really freaking nice, but it's just so hard to try to figure out when to get in with this one because it can change so rapidly. So definitely would need the small sizing to make it feel safe. Continuation down, quite possible. Layla. Layla. She's starting to do, I don't want to say the death stare, but it's kind of like the death stare. It's actually kind of scary. I don't think I'm chasing this one. I think this one will have the ability to kind of continue. Um, if not, I don't think I'll take a huge loss. I can really minimize that. Alright. It's slowing down in its down move, so I might try to get out. Even if it's at a slight loss. I may not want to stay in for the long haul because of that. So we'll say right there, we'll see. bump it up one notch. It looks like it may not want to climb above that. If it breaks below here, we will move it down. Okay. 48 lost. That sucks. So, went backwards again. Hey. We're not gonna trade Amazon again. It seems like it's getting into like a choppy zone. I was hoping that would be like a push down through that area, but it looks like it just wants to be choppy. And watch it will go down. So will Apple. I got just sold out of Apple. That really kind of sucks. I think I was at a really good level there till I got gypped out of that. Oh well, shit happens, right? Nvidia is stagnating right in this area. Spread is kind of tight. The volume is way down though. Intel did go down low. That could have been a very good play, but I just didn't play that. Definitely could have been in that better. I'm not gonna chase it. Been one thing if I was in up here, I might have added a little bit and then, just locked it in. Sell at the end of the day. Now that is a drop. Would want to be below the 267. New candle now. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. So it's getting into a chop range again. I kind of want a very definitive move. So I'm just going to wait. I'm green. That's really all that kind of matters, but not really. I'm definitely black, but it is green. You know, I could definitely be sitting around here and then later on the day can get a really good move on Tesla once it does pick whatever direction it wants to, which, you know, periodically that does happen, you know, later in the afternoon. But even if that doesn't happen, that's fine. See, so it just barely made a new low, popped right back up. Barely made a new low, popped right back up. So I don't like the fact that after the new low, it pops right back up. That's dangerous. Breaks low right here, pops right back up. So watch. It will fall below here, but then shoot right back up. And then watch me be completely wrong. We'll take a look at it here in a second because it looks like Tesla might be making a move again. I want to see how these candles form, how the volume forms, how quick the volume comes in, the orders. So I'm going to kind of watch all this here. Damn, Intel is just marching lower, so is LAC. I just didn't like the volume on LAC, but volume wise, it's working. Hey Siri, is it going to rain today? No. It wasn't supposed to rain, now it's saying it could. Hey Siri, any rain this weekend? Okay. I was just curious about that. I'm not going to do anything to the truck today. It'll be tomorrow. I need to find where my jack stands are, though. I need to have my jack stands. Well, that's a shooting star. Got halted at 10:30. So a minute and a half before it comes back. Volume-wise, it's not bad. I don't know if I'm gonna do a play on it, but I am only if I do, it's only gonna be 100. So we're just gonna sit and see what happens here. Amazon did turn up. Apple's turning up. So maybe we played those just right. Took a little bit of a loss on Amazon, but the loss would have been bigger by now. Sometimes these halts can be really, really ugly, but do pretty darn good. It looks like it's going to go up versus down right this second. Oh, maybe not. It might be opening down. It's hard to borrow. No super good info. Looks like it did shoot up all the way once, shot all the way back down. And that right there is the reason why I didn't want to be jump in right away. I was looking for over the top. Damn, 100 shares would have been a big mistake here. I should have been looking at like 25. We're definitely not going to trade that stock. We'll take a look at it when it comes back. It's going to get halted here pretty soon. Yeah, it halted. So we'll take a look at that later on, but we're not going to trade that at all. We got really close to losing it. If it made a slightly new high there, yeah, we're not going to do that. Sometimes I like those halt plays though. They can really pay out. Don't want to enter into the chop, but we're getting close to a new minute. So this is kind of interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on this. It definitely seems more bullish than bearish right now. Is going to be my thought on it. But that can change. And in all honesty, I mean, I think I got lucky even being green on this right now. It did not continue down very much, and it did not continue up very much. I shouldn't have took the trade right here. Or wherever I did take the trade. Where did I take the trade? The morning trade was the only trade I should have done. Yeah, see, I shouldn't have done these trades here. And then I might stay. I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay on stream a little bit longer, but I'm probably gonna be calling it here kind of soon. This is seemingly like it's getting way too much in the choppy range. And I'm not into that. I'm not into this choppiness. I got an Amazon package to get ready anyway. I'm gonna get that boxed up and sent out today. Well, that reminds me, I need to actually do this. I totally forgot to group these out. Close that list down. And 1289. No, 98. I knew that looked wrong there for a second. I wish I had a way to automate this part. But I gotta change the formula once a month to update it to the news section. Make sure I type it in right every time, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't take long. It's just having to do it. So, um, okay. So that spreadsheet there just lets me know how I'm doing on Amazon, eBay, yada, yada, yada. This month is not going to be good because I have not had too many, I haven't had too many new items to list. And so whenever it's just old items, it generally takes forever to really get any kind of profit, but the profit ratio is a little bit better on some of the older items. But I'm going to start dropping the prices on those so the ratio will go down. But that will give me more money to utilize in other areas. And dead money just sitting around is not doing me any good. So some things are going to start getting priced aggressively for that. I did pick up, like I said, 35 items, and I had one item that was not in inventory. It's in inventory now. Uh, I'm also going to list two other items that are missing a few minor things, but it's not going to make a big difference in the price. I'm just going to sell them as they are. Might lose 20 bucks. Um, I'll still make money. I'll just make a negative 20 from where I could have made if they were complete. Um, then I got to figure out a few things there. I don't know how that would do yet. I might try to reach out, see if I can find a freight broker. I need LTL stuff done. Um, possibly I need some LTL freight done. But that's just not going to be a very efficient way of doing it, I don't think. But that might be my only option. I'll think about that. I'm just gonna still kind of watch this, see what happens with it. No big rush. Oh, I do need to update this spreadsheet too. I don't think I have that one in stock anymore. Do I? I need to check that. And that one. Alright, so I got a few things I need to check. I don't need this paperwork anymore right here. This is dead. So this was a printout I did earlier in the week. This is dead info. So I don't care if I write on it. I do need something to write on. Because I don't like. So my table has grooves in it. So I'll take COUNT of CARBS. All right, that will be for that. Then I'm sorry, y'all. This is a boring day right now. We're just sitting and waiting. You know, we don't want to enter in on this chop. We really don't. This chop is ugly. Even right here, there's just a good chance that this is going to go right back up. See? That's still chop. It looked like it. See, this is the way I lost my money on Monday. I was tired. I was trying to force it. I wanted to try to hit target and then go to sleep. I got aggressive. I was slow. I was emotionally trading. I fucked up, especially. Oh no, wrong button. Especially for the fact that later on, it worked. It tanked. Was that Monday? Yeah. It shot up, but then it absolutely tanked. But I got emotionally caught up in it, which just allowed me to lose my ass. And you see how this is a very small candle. This is not a leaping candle here. We're not getting volatility. This is all chop. It's choppy as hell right now. It's going to be very, very difficult to make a winning play here for a scalp. Now, if you want to buy a few shares and you're looking at like a longer hold move, maybe you can do that either for the up or the down. So you just kind of like, I don't know, flip a coin and you go like, you know, heads or tails, and you just pick one. It's heads, by the way, if you want to do that. So if you want to say up or down, I mean, hell, I'll flip a coin for you. But I mean, look, it's going to go right back up near the bottom of those two candles. So if you were trying to say right here, you know, you got in, you probably got filled a little low, kind of went back up. I mean, we might be able to find some strength here. Maybe. But the volume is just kind of low. See, it goes right back up. So if you got in at the bottom of this candle, you've been right back out. And there's a good chance that you could have gotten a bad fill. And so when it's all said and done, I mean, you're giving back a few dollars. You're not gaining. We're not getting significant drops that are predictable. I mean, you might be able to say the overall trend, but it's not predictable enough unless you're, using small share sizing and you're willing to hold that for long periods of time, which you're not going to do if you're using leverage. So if you want to do a non-leverage trade on this, then, that's what you would probably do. But going leverage, no. You're not going to. Kind of the same thing here because of the spread. I don't care if this is really big. I mean, look at that. It shot all the way down and immediately went right back up. Now, you probably would have lost money on this candle, but look, it came right back down and even lower. You could totally get out and make money if you even got a bad fill here. But it's just a matter of knowing when to get in or when not to. The spread on it is just too wide sometimes. See? It's going right back up. And right back down. I think overall it has more pressure to go down than up. But I don't know how predictable that move is going to be. So the most, I don't want to say responsible, but the course of action, so to speak, is just going to be do nothing. I mean, hell, you might have more options to do freaking queen and spy. The spread is a lot tighter. If you're able to get in on a semi-decent area, you could easily just sit this out. And I don't trade spy or queen. Not particularly. Have I? Yeah, I've done some trades on it, but not particularly. I comes in screaming like a banshee. Hey, Car, what's up, dude? So I'm green, kind of. I'm what I would call black. I was up 200. For my HOD, I'm down 240, no, $224 for my HOD. So I was doing a lot better, but I gave back 224. So I'm up $14 on the day, but not really. I gave most of it back on Tesla. I was thinking Tesla was going to have more of a push down It got me right here and a little bit over in here. And then Amazon took a little bit, but Amazon, I'm happy with the way I played that. I'm not even remotely upset about it. Apple kind of screwed me a little bit though. I could have had a better play on Apple. But you can't play the shoulda, coulda, woulda game, right? Or you try not to. Bleh, bleh. What's the test for? I actually have test anxiety. I may know the subject very, very well, but the second I have to take a test on it, I get really freaking nervous about it. I'm not a good person to take tests. Japanese. You're learning Japanese. That's pretty cool. I've actually thought about trying to, buy the Rosetta Stone or something because they're not going to sponsor me, but I thought about getting Rosetta Stone. They have like a one-time fee forever, so you could learn like so many different languages for a flat. Uh, Doing food vocabulary. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool, dude. That's a cool card. Uh, so I guess everybody who's watching me on YouTube, you're about to hear a little bit of a story here. So there's this restaurant. I think it's called LA Burger. It's a chain, okay? If you have a LA Burger, let me double check. Is it LA Burger? Um, I think it is. Yes, LA Burger. They got this uh bonsai burger. Um, right here. This burger, I am telling you, they put wasabi, real wasabi, in some mayonnaise. They mix it up and they add it to some grilled onions, avocado, provolone, lettuce, tomato. Oh my god. That burger is freaking delicious. Real wasabi has a very unique flavor that is just I really like real wasabi flavor. I've not had real wasabi a whole lot, but damn, real wasabi is spot the frick on. Yeah, so anytime that I tried wasabi, it was generally more on the real like spicy side. The fake wasabi. That real wasabi, especially when it was mixed in that mayo, it was not just heat. There was a sweetness to it. There was a tone to it, and the mayonnaise I think really kind of brought a creaminess to it. Um, God, I don't have an LA burger near me. For me to get to an LA burger, it's a drive. But if you have a LA burger close to where you're at, you got to try that burger, the bonsai burger. That's a really nice drop there. I Amazon took me out right here. I wish I was still in it. But we might start having our drop here. So we're going to give it a little bit longer to see what happens here. Because that's a pretty decent drop there. But we would want to see a continuation on that. Definitely a drop on Q and Queen. So that might be going into our beneficial there. Yeah. I knew that fake wasabi was basically horseradish. And you know, wasabi is in the horseradish family, but the flavor profile of freshly grated wasabi is very, very unique. Um, I've had like real wasabi in a tube before, and it was pre-grated. And I mean, was it really real wasabi? I don't know, but the flavor was not as clean and crisp as it was in that freshly grated wasabi that they used in that mayo. And they told me that they freshly grate it there in the store. They make it in small batches, but they'll grate so much to make so many burgers. Then they'll mix it with the mayo. Um, and I don't know, the flavor was just, God, I'm getting hungry thinking about it. But I'm not a sponsorship. I have zero sponsorship, guys. Like zero. When I say you got to go try that, trust me, you really do want to go try it. Totally worth it. I could probably make an argument to buy right in this area. But I'm going to be a little bit patient. Let's grab a bigger drop range. And we'll see what that does for us here. Navita looks like it's going to be making a new low soon. It's dropping pretty good. This is moving really slow. Do you guys notice that, or is it just me? Oh, well, by the time you guys, no, it is moving slow. All right. Um, you're gonna come over to my watch list. I'm gonna close this. Oh yeah, look, it doesn't even want to close. I've noticed sometimes when this happens, you just gotta close it and reopen it. It's really, really annoying. This is where I'd like to have the two computers up, but the my Apple is just not keeping up with it. The this does not TOS does not work with Apple, so I gotta stick with Windows. But every now and then, it just seems like this app gets froze up and locks up, and then you gotta close it and re freaking open it, and it's really freaking annoying. Here in a second, once this opens back up, I kind of want to take a quick look at Tesla. But after that, I do have a question for everybody who's watching me, and there's three of y'all. So I hope to get three answers. So let me get this back up. That seems to be better, but it's still sluggish. So I'm not a big fan of that. All right, anyway. So here's the question I got for the three of y'all. Like I said, I hope to get some answers from all three. Yes, no, or your opinion. I'll take any of them. So I do have a Patreon account. I'm not trying to advertise it. I've had it for a while. I don't say, please go to my Patreon every video. I'm not going to. But I did make a new tier today. And I set it for $100 per month. So it's monthly subscription. And I have it set up to where once a month for 1 hour, and I'm not going to put somebody precisely at 1 hour, so it's not going to be like exactly 60 minutes later this conversation's over. But for 1 hour, you get to have a one-on-one conversation with me for whatever it may be. Either it be for spreadsheets and trying to design one for your purpose, or Amazon or eBay or the stock market, to help you for whatever. Do I think I'm a professional? No. I'm not Bill Gates. I'm not. Who's the Amazon guy? I forgot his name for some reason. And I'm not Elon Musk. Okay. Those guys are professional. But do I know a thing or two? Yes, I think I do. But I want to make sure that I'm not overcharging. I think $100 is reasonable. Um, I understand that, Acar. Um, okay, Acar, let me ask you this: if you were looking to have someone help you with spreadsheets or with one-on-one type deal, what would you find to be reasonable? Because I don't want to be like some of these internet gurus, right? I'm not going to open up a class that you watch a set of videos. I'm not going to do that. I don't think I will ever do that. I do not want to be an internet guru. I want to make my money from doing what I do. But also at the same time, um, I think I could, be really, really helpful to some people if they needed it. I just, I just don't want to feel like I'm overcharging, but at the same time, I want to, make sure I'm making some money on it and not undercharging. It's not like I'm going to do like 30 hours a week or 40 hours a week. It's, maybe be an hour or two a month. So it's not like it's going to be huge money or anything, but I might drop it down. Maybe, I don't know, maybe $60. I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I want it to be reasonable that if somebody needs it or that they want it, they can afford it. Yes, Acar, I actually agree with that statement. Going to, groups or other like-minded people is 100% ideal. But here's the one problem with that. And the reason why I do have that option. I've had several people message me and they want me to help them with their spreadsheet, to get a spreadsheet designed and up for their needs. Because there's a lot of coding that goes into a spreadsheet if you don't know how to do it. That's not really something you can learn in a group. Stock trading, yeah, 100%. Please come to my chat room or my live streams and watch me trade. Do not pay me for that. But if you need spreadsheets, that's not something I can really just explain here. A spreadsheet is very to kind of set it up and design it and then have a workflow with it is a hands-on one-on-one type scenario unless you spend hours learning spreadsheets. And I've used spreadsheets for the last, I don't know, 15 years. 10 to 15 years. So that's not something you're just gonna, go get. And, going to, a Facebook group or even in a, real world group, to get someone to sit down and help you set up a spreadsheet for free is not really going to happen. And there's not really that many like off the shelf spreadsheets, for or the way that I like to set my spreadsheets up. Anyway. Okay, I had somebody just send me a message. I guess they didn't want it to be public, but they said $60 an hour would be a good starting point. If I get overwhelmed, i.e., if a lot of people start signing up for it, then go ahead and raise the price up from there. You know, that's actually a really good. I'm gonna do that. Let me change that real quick. You know, because I totally agree with that. I don't want to be seemingly like I'm trying to get rich off of my viewers. I'm not. But at the same time, I want to kind of make sure that I'm not wasting my time. I don't waste my time by showing stuff. But you kind of know what I mean. Acar, I don't care if no one subscribes to it. You know, that's the reason why at the end of my videos or really anything, I don't say, hey, by the way, I have a Patreon. Please go to my Patreon and blah, blah, blah. It's just there. It's in the description. If somebody's willing or wanting to do it, that's 100% on them. And if they do, that's 100% cool. For the longest time, I only had one tier. This tier. Ice cream. I literally called it ice cream because, you know, McDonald's ice cream used to be $1. It's not $1 anymore. I was like, passing me some ice cream and saying thanks for my videos. That was it. And then I ended up, somebody was like, hey, you should do a live video. But I had like two Patreons here for a little bit, but they left. So I don't know why I got that option on there, but they actually said $20. They made the recommendation for $20. I did $20. But I've had a few people ask me for, you know, help, and their help would really be one-on-one, like very, like I couldn't do a live video, you know, helping them and it be helpful for a bunch of people. And I'm not going to start doing like a spreadsheet tutorial channel. I mean, there's enough channels out there that do that. But, you know, there's some things, if, and that's why I kind of have it here, to help set things up or help work out any issues. You know, so if somebody wants to talk to me for an hour for any reason, one-on-one for help or anything, they'll have my undivided attention for that 1 hour. I hope they use that 1 hour to actually do something that they can't just get from my YouTube channel. But, you know, the option is there and they could utilize it the way that they would want. But $60, you know, I could always raise it up. You're right. And I think $60 is a good place to kind of start. You do double your local minimum wage. Okay. Um, I can respect that, Acar. I can respect that. Um, Especially for something like that, your cost is going to be very, very minimum. And you're probably working with a lot of college people where cost is very. I respect that. Well, Acar, let me ask you this question. What is your opinion on like the Rosetta Stone package? Do you think it's work? Do you think it's good? Because I haven't ever tried to learn another language. The only two languages that I know is sarcasticness and English. I have a master degree in sarcasticness. Or at least I think so anyway. As I know some people, they jumped in on this stock here. So I am in a group that is behind a paywall. They jumped into this stock here. Maybe. It seems like it might be slowing down a tab because it broke, but not really strong. I don't know if I want to get into a grinding stock here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull this off here pretty quick, I think. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. But I thought the Rosetta Stone, I thought they had like groups or stuff where you could be engaged with the language. I thought that was like one of their selling points. Or am I thinking of a different company? I might be thinking of a different one. But I would like to learn other languages. But I just I don't know if I would be able to. Um, I'm not very good with the English language, even though that's my main language. But when it comes to spelling or uh, I guess you would say proper English, I suck at it. And sometimes it makes me sound stupid, especially if you're reading something from me and I didn't use spell check. Thankfully, I am on part of the Google test beta testers, so I actually have the AI email drafting thing. So it will actually read my emails, and then I can type in kind of what I'm thinking, and then it will actually type out the whole email for me and make it pretty good with all the proper English and makes me sound intelligent, which is pretty useful. Oh, flashcards. Yeah, see, flashcards I don't think would be a good way to learn. I've heard a lot of people say, if you're trying to learn a language, watch TV or the radio or anything in the spoken language, and try to pick out all the words that you understand, and then grow on that. But um, see, son of a bitch, man. I got to chasing it again. I'm about to flatten it, even at a slight loss here, because it seems like it doesn't want to go. I really probably should have gone in. I was chasing. Hold up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm paying attention to this. If that triggers, that's fine. I got to chasing it, and okay. I probably should have not done that, but I guess ultimately it did work out, I guess. I'm up $21 on the day. Whoopee frickin' do. I'm down 217 from where I was. You've been studying Japanese for 8 years. Wow. How long did it take you before you really started to understand Japanese? Not just be able to speak it, but really understand it. I don't want to say fluently. Maybe like maybe, I don't know, a young child. You know, like how where a child begins to like understand, but still a little lost sometimes. At what point did you get to that point? Yeah, see, it finally made the bigger drop, but I was just concerned it wasn't going to. I'm not upset that I got out because look at that. I mean, that's just choppy. It's a work in progress. Okay, I get that. You know, there's this one guy. You probably I don't know his name offhand, but you probably already know who I'm talking about. But he's on YouTube and he will like hyper focus a language for a couple weeks, and then he'll travel to that country or to that area and be able to speak that language really, really well. That is remarkable. Yeah, I think that's the guy. I'm like almost certain it is. That looks right. But that guy there, holy crap. I yeah, that guy. But just how quick he could learn the language. Well, I don't it's not even Japanese. Like he picks up language so quick and effortlessly. It is surprising at how well he does. But yeah, he does a lot of Chinese, Japanese, Asian languages in general. But he's done African, he's done French, Italian, like so many different dialects in African, um, Spanish, and just I don't think there's a language he hasn't learned yet. He can even speak Yiddish or Yabish or however the hell you pronounce it. It's the language of Jewish people. Like his ability is very remarkable, and I have no idea what you just said, Akar. And everybody on YouTube that's watching me is probably highly confused. But how many do you know any other language other than Japanese and English, I guess? Anyone else is watching me over on YouTube? Do you guys know any other language other than English? I know you know English because you're listening to me. So at least know you know English. All right, so Akar said no. He only knows English and Japanese. Mom's side is from Puerto Rico. Okay. No other languages for Jeff. And Odison might be AFK right now. I haven't heard from Odison in a while. I think if we get down to uh, the low of today, it can get very, very interesting kind of quickly here. We are definitely having rising volume. So I'm starting to get pretty interested in this. Ah, so Odison only knows English as well. So we got one person in here who knows Japanese. Oh, and he knows a tad bit of Spanish, just enough to speak nonsense. That's kind of like me. You could understand a little bit of French and Spanish, Odison. Wow. I can't understand a lick of French unless it's cursing. Um, I know how to curse in French. Not real French, but like saying the curse words in English. Um, but I can order chicken tacos, and I can only count to three. Uno, dos, tres. I think it's cinco. Oh, and I just recently learned that queso actually means cheese. I thought queso was a cheese dip. No, queso just means cheese in Spanish. I thought it was a dish. God, America has things weird. So, what do you call queso in Spanish? I'm gonna look that up. Like, if you wanted queso, what we call queso in chips, with like all the queso stuff in it, how would you order that in Spanish? Because if you just say queso, do they just bring you out shredded cheese? Or do you have to define the cheese? But if you define the cheese, like, okay, so we don't just say cheese here, we say, pepper jack or American. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. But that would also mean that queso should have a name. I don't know. See, this is like the one thing I kind of like about this, being live sometimes. When the market's not doing anything that we want it to do, we could just sit here and just kind of bullshit. Damn, Apple bullshitted me good. So did Amazon. Look at that. Just, oh man. I got gypped right here, I believe it was. I bought somewhere in here, and then I got gypped out. Actually, I think it was up here. No, no. I don't know. Okay. But I got gypped. Amazon did the same damn thing to me. Like, look, I got gypped out right here, somewhere right in here, and Amazon went wee. Damn. Yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? I'm up $21. Whoopee frickin' do. Hey, it's black. It's a black day. If this makes a big drop down past the today's low, we could probably get that money back plus more. Uh, Spy and Queen are not looking good. So I think there's a very good chance that that will end up happening here. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. Um, I'm just going to kind of sit and wait. Amazon is still pushing. Damn. Amazon, why did you have to jip me out? It would have been almost $400 right there. And same thing here. I got gypped out of this one kind of early. I was somewhere, I think, over. No, was I? Yeah. No, I don't know. Yeah, I did get back in over in this area somewhere. Yeah, right here. But I got gypped out right at 30. Right there. Oh, right at the top. Right at the frickin' top. Ah, well, it is what it is. When I'm having eggs and toast, I like my egg whites to be firm, my yolks to be runny. And because I like to use the bread to kind of like dip it into the eggs, into the yolk. That's actually my preferred method. There's just something about eating good crisp toast with liquidy egg yolk, and then kind of like using the bread to scoop up some of the egg whites with the yolk on it. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I know raw egg is very popular. They'll get like a bowl of rice. It could be hot or even cold, and then they'll crack an egg on it and just eat it. Put a little bit of soy sauce on it. I can't do that. My egg whites have to be cooked at least. I can't do no, I can't do the egg whites undercooked. Um oh shoot, I forgot to bring you guys back over here. My bad. You guys should have told me I was being an idiot because I didn't even realize I was. Um but yeah, so Apple made a really good low and Amazon is making a really good low. So I got gypped out on both of those. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, but I forgot to actually get to the right screen for that. Uh, A card. Do you live in Japan by any chance? Oh wait, no, you wouldn't live in Japan because if you did, you wouldn't be teaching Japanese. You'd be teaching English. I would love to go to Japan. I think going to Japan will be really freaking awesome. NYC? Okay. Do you live in the city or near the city? Several. It's been a couple years. Japan. Have you been to Japan? So I used to drive semi trucks. I don't know if you knew that A car or not, but I actually used to drive up in New York City. Uh, the food in New York City is so diverse and interesting. It is very, very. I really liked being in New York City. I didn't like the traffic. It was also quite noisy, but in a sense, I mean, the city noise is kind of interesting, but I think it would wear on me after a while. If I tried to live there, unless the house was like super insulated and you couldn't hear it from inside your house. But yeah, uh, New York City has definitely a lot of food that you can possibly imagine. Detroit is actually another really fantastic place for food, as shocking as that may be. Um, Dallas, Texas is a very good location for food, but not so much world food. But we do have some world food options here. We do have some Irish, Indian. Indian actually has been getting really, really popular. And I'm not talking about like American Indian. I'm talking about full on Indian, like The place I like to go to, um, there's like this one person that's there. They only speak English, Indian. So if I want to order something, I got to point to the menu, unless it's somebody else. Then they understand English. But there's this one person there that definitely does not. And the food there is so authentically beautiful. It's not even funny. I want to learn how to cook Indian. Of course, we have the Chinese buffets and all of that. We have a lot of Spanish foods. We've got some Polish. We have some English pub styles. Um, but for diversity, it's not as big as New York would be. Detroit has a lot of diversity. Um, but I think some of the food quality that we have here is definitely very, very good. Um, LA has some. Also have some excellent Italian restaurants here. There is an Italian population that lives here. There's a pretty big Indian and or Hindu, um, Sikh. There's actually a couple Sikh restaurants here. I actually want to go to one. Um, I haven't tried Sikh food yet. Um, so yeah, we do have a fairly decent size. You broke Reddit. How the hell did you broke Reddit? That's the story you're going to have to tell me. Um, but Dallas has a pretty good uh, diversity, but not as good as some other areas. Um, I don't know if I would be chasing if I do this. What song best describes your sex life? I'm not even going to answer that one. But yeah, I can see how that song, I can see how that question would be kind of a disastrous deal. Um, Michael Jackson beat it. Okay. Yeah, all by myself. I feel that one. This is probably going to sound really cheesy, but welcome to the jungle. Okay. I bet the girls were saying that one, right? Um, but I was looking at some uh some of my past pictures with two of my most recent exes, actually, both of them. Uh, the one ended really kind of sad, angry, but we've became, I think, good friends after. Sound of Silence, yeah. Um, my last one, most recent last one, that one just hurts. But good memories there. But being single kind of sucks. But some benefits, I have freedom to kind of do what I want, but that's only as good as it can be at times. So we might be looking at a push down below today's low here. This continues. A very good likelihood. This is people trying to hold it up, and then I think this is going to be pushed down. Hopefully, it looks like it could really start to go. There's a little bit of strength right down here somewhere. 6520 right here. Or 6560. Yeah, that's really kind of not as low as I would want it to be, but that's okay. Uh, sound, Sound of Silence is actually a really good song. I can't get no satisfaction. No, I'm not familiar with 433. It is. I'll have to look into it. Sometimes it's very interesting to hear the songs that are on people's minds, or like songs that, like, oh, this would be a really good song or question to ask Reddit. What song described your mood, your mental health? I think today's mental health is not very good with everything that's kind of going on in the world. So, uh, sorry, I don't play songs that I have not heard before because let's just say Acar, there was a mistake with that once. And that was not pretty. I actually had to delete that video. So sorry. I'll listen to it later, and then I may play it on the live stream a different time. I'm just very careful with playing stuff that people recommend or send because it can be something you got to be careful. Oh, it's entirely silent. Okay, that's funny. That's hilarious. So they hired an entire orchestra to play a silent song. Well, nobody was off key. Nobody forgot a note. The note was perfect. I was there laughter going on because if I was in that orchestra and I turned the thing and I saw the music piece, the composition, and I saw nothing. I turned another page or two. I probably would be laughing my ass off. That's that's okay. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna trust you. Uh, Desktop audio is now on. It was not on. He's just standing there. Like he's just standing. It's not frozen. My internet should not be tapping out. Yeah, no, I got plenty of band. I would be laughing. I I could not do this. Yeah, he was composing that like da da like dude, I don't know how I never heard of that before. That was actually really freaking rich. That was hilarious. Wouldn't they be kind of cool? Like when we're dead like this, I can show you guys some funny stuff that I find on TikTok. Um, but I got to be careful with that too because TikTok, I don't want to like live stream, and be swiping because, there's a lot of inappropriate things on there sometimes. But man, there's just some things that are just absolutely kind of hilarious. I think it'd be kind of fun to kind of figure out a way that I can do that. Um, Actually, I think I could do it like this. Give me a second. Let me try it. Uh, Hold on. All right. So that's gonna work. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna mute the speakers on the um, computer. Dude, I don't know, but to me, that is just really kind of cool that they did that and very, very unique. So, uh, here, this video is kind of funny. Hit it. There. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. To me, I don't know. I laughed kind of hard on that one. Hit it. It's another one that's kind of recent. Can't show you guys that one because that one it would be an issue. This one's funny. This one took me a second or two to kind of like fully get, but once you do, it's it's funny. All right, let me get your recommendation one here real quick. Let me mute the microphones and then let me check it to make sure if it's okay. All right, so that's going to be like a long video. I'll definitely look at that one later. Um, this one's kind of funny. That one to me is just kind of like unique and funny. I'm still waiting for Tesla to make a drop. I'm watching it. It's not doing anything I want it to do. Uh, this one is kind of funny. So I didn't even realize the audio was so low. The first one I think is funny. The other ones are not so funny.
Hey guys, so I just tried out that trick, and I actually don't have any more back pain, or knee pain, or hip pain. Come to think of it, I don't feel anything. I'm gonna get some help.
That one is hilarious to me. That guy is just he's a really, really funny guy. Um, this one is kind of cute. The Daniel lizard is sitting on the sensor to keep the water from coming out, and is drinking the water. I mean, that's a smart ass lizard. Like, damn. Um, this is funny.
Oh no, one of the vendors forgot to show up today. Oh shit! Oh no, one of the vendors forgot to show up today. Oh shit!
That one is worth a watch twice. God, there's so many here, but I don't know if I can show them. Because they're, I think, on the borderline. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna play any others. But I think that could be kind of fun to kind of maybe do a little collage thing or something towards the end of the day. Uh, yeah, Discord is a possibility, but I don't. I had Discord for a while. I mean, I was trying to run it, but nobody was ever going to the Discord channel. And I don't want to have like a gazillion different social media accounts, because honestly that's a little complicated for me to try to keep track of them all. But um I might do it again another day. I don't know. All right, you can send it and I'll take a look at it later. I'll let you know what I think of it. Uh, and honestly, guys, I think that's going to be the end of the day for me. Um, I thought this was going to make a new low, but it's gaining strength. And even if it does make a new low, I think it's just going to be way too choppy. So I think today it's just going to be marked down as a black dash up. How much am I up? $21. Then uh, trading green, or no, gray. Then I'm going to open it up again, edit in the description, was up. No, down 200 and what? 17 from HOD. Gave most back on Tesla, some Apple, and but actually, hold up. So gave some back on Tesla, but still green. Then on Apple, am I red or green? Green. Green, but got shook out. No. Got no. But barely got triggered. And it ended up working out, but was covered. Then Tesla, not Tesla, Amazon. Amazon down, got triggered, but if hardly. But if I stayed in, it would have worked out well in the long. So that just helps gives me a few notes to kind of work on. Kind of continuing into another day, and also help with in a day review or in a week and a month reviews. Sometimes I put in my actual trades. The reason why I put in, so normally I don't put in all the trades, but the reason why I did that today is because I kind of want to, it's a gray day. So that's a day that I'm going to like kind of look back on, and I want to see what happens. On my red days, I put in more of what my mood is, or if I took a big loss on a stock, kind of like how I was feeling about it. So that way I can kind of go back and make adjustments so that I don't keep doing that. And then I do the same thing when I have a really, really good day. You know, what target range was I thinking? Did it go above and beyond? What did I see? Yada yada yada. There's different things that I'll put down on that list. Some days I don't really even fill it out, although I probably should. Like this day, I didn't put anything here. It was a black September 15. I was up small, less than 45. No, down 45. No, up small. No, I was not down. I was up. So I didn't put much information here. Yeah, I was up on that day. Just to help try to keep things straight. but I don't always take good notes like that. I need to get better with that so it can help me go back and review and make proper changes so I can grow. Um, because the situation that's going on now, especially with these higher value stocks, I need to be careful with. So, I'm gonna start taking more note taking. That's gonna be the plan. Um, I'm really quite happy with the way I played today out. Don't like the fact that I gave money back. I think I got too much into the chop right here, but I did not go negative. I backed off. I got smart. I got gypped out on a few different trades that could really worked out well for me, but I played them smartly, and for that reason, I'm not upset. Um, Take a look at the title of that song. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that song on stream. I could already see the title. That's but do you? Do you, Akar? If you do, I ain't judging you. It's all good. When it comes to somebody's sex life, trust me, I'm probably the most understanding person about somebody's thing, whatever that may be. Ah, okay. Um, I'm just looking at everything. Nothing is looking like I want to trade. So yeah, none of this here is really looking like I want to do something with. Nothing in my long term. Uh, well, Acar. Yeah, the thing, if somebody's bisexual, you just double your options to date more people. And in today's day and time, that seems like what you gotta do because trying to date anybody nowadays definitely seems like it's a lot harder. Like one of the things for me, whenever I'm looking to date somebody, it's an immediate turn off if they're into the drug scene. The drugs or heavy drinking. I am not a heavy drinker. I drink maybe once or twice a month, very rarely. I don't do any drugs. I don't do weed, cocaine, whatever. I don't do any of those. Never have, never will. So when that's like their personality, especially when you're in like getting close to your 30s or in your 30s, for me that is such a major turnoff. And the amount of people that are doing those things, it makes dating very, very difficult because I'm not for that. Um, Now, political wise, I don't care what someone's political affiliation is because I respect everybody's political views as well as their whatever sexual or anything. Right, I respect people in general. But when someone says, "Oh, if you are a Democrat, I will not talk to you," or "If you are a Republican, I will not talk to you," when they're so left or right, I don't care which side you are, if you cannot have a conversation or respect somebody else's viewpoints, um, I that's a turnoff for me because especially when it comes to politics, if you kind of have like that thought process, then to me that seems more like I don't know. I'm not going to put all those things into words, but for me that's not something I like. A car, 100%. For me, everybody that I've ever dated has always been a severe animal lover as well. Uh, Having animals, and I want to be somewhat careful with this, but I'm not somebody who will go around and say that my dog Layla is my child. because I know for a fact and understand that she is not a child in the same terms of a child or a kid, but she is 100% a part of my family. So, do I call her my child? No. But will I call her, a significant part of my family? 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, well, snakes for some people can be very scary. Now, snakes to me don't bother me. I don't mind snakes, but for some people, they have a absolute fear of snakes. So if somebody has a fear of snakes, they may take a little bit of getting used to it, but if they're willing to try to work through their fear, I think that's important to kind of take note if you're looking into a relationship. Yeah, I would even say the same thing if somebody has a fear of cats or dogs, but I mean, if you kind of have a fear of cats or dogs, you gotta have a real good reason. Like maybe you were attacked by a dog or by a cat or something. Uh, because being scared of a dog or a cat, especially like a small dog like the dog I have, Layla, is very small. By the way, Acar, let me ask you a question. What is your name? I don't know if I know your name. I've always just called you Acar. You've been in here long enough. I want to try to learn your name. I try to learn everybody's name that kind of sticks around for a while. Totally agree with that, Acar. Totally agree with that. That's like the same thought process I have when it comes to like a political stance or whatever. Um, if somebody is so internally shut down and not willing to um, open up or think, okay, well, no problem, Acar. I can call you Acar or whatever you would like me to. Um, you let me know what you want me to call you. Um, but it's when somebody is so shut down mentally that they're not willing to grow or learn or expand. To me, that is not to me that's not cool. So when somebody is able to, either look past or try to work with is something that scares them or political or maybe a scientific viewpoint, let's actually bring that one up real quick. Um, I'm not a dude. That is a really stupid answer to that question. Okay. Yeah. I'm kind of dumbfounded by their answer too. But I've talked to people, and some people they will be so set in stone on a scientific thing, or they'll say, "Well, in this paper, or in this letter, or in on this blog post, somebody said this." And they're not willing to learn or take in new information that could change their thought, to me, that's a really closed down kind of like a very closed down feeling. And I don't think that's very good. Like for me, uh, I might be very set in a certain scientific idea. I'll leave it at that. Because I mean, the topic doesn't matter. But if somebody comes to me and they say, hey, your scientific idea may be wrong, my first thing is not going to be like, oh my God, no, you're an idiot. Unless you're a flat earther. If you're a flat earther, I'm sorry. My patience with that is just minimum to none. But if you come to me and you're like, hey, this is the fundamental reasons why I think you may be wrong. I'm never going to sit there and be like, oh my God, no, you're an idiot. I'll always take a look into things and try to figure it out. You know, what is their viewpoint? What is their thought? What has changed, if anything's changed, and reevaluate my standing on something. There's been several times where I've been in a deep conversation with somebody, and they would say some things, and that would completely change my, not right away. I always research and kind of vet things myself, but it could change the way I think about something, either in agreement with them, disagreement with them, or somewhere in between. It can change. It varies. When someone is just so set in any particular path, so to speak, it kind of feels like I'm banging my head against the wall. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. What if I met the perfect girl guy to date, but everything is perfect, but they're a flat earther? Oh man, a car, a car, a car. I don't think I'd be able to date them, honestly. I don't care if they're 100% perfect, but I probably would say no, because the flat earth versus round earth debate. It's not even a debate. The flat earth thing, there's no science behind it. Every bit of science we have today that's been verified, checked. I mean, I can go to the top of a mountain and verify it. I can go to, the beach and verify it. Like, you do not need super scientific information to prove that the earth is round. Okay. I shoot firearms. Okay. And, with some of the distances that I've been learning how to shoot, when you're shooting more than 1,000 yards or 1,000 meters, doesn't matter if it's yards or meters, but if you're shooting left to right or east to west, that can 100% change the trajectory of your bullet due to the roundness of the earth. It's called the Coriolis effect. So if you're shooting, in one direction versus the other direction, at 1,000 meters, I think it's like a 3 to 5 inch drop. And I'm not talking about the drag, the bullet. I'm talking about purely for the fact of shooting east to west. Your bullet drop is significant. That you do have to account for it, along with weather, temperature, densities. Is the gun warm or cold? Is the ammo warm or cold? All those things. So if they absolutely reject logic, and not just a scientific idea, but it is a universal concept. It would be the same thing for me if somebody was trying to tell me that 1 + 1 equals anything else but 2. Now, you could probably make an argument and say, well, technically, and make a few mathematical arguments, but those are theoretical, but they're not necessarily factual. You have to understand the difference. But if you totally disregard logic, for me, I don't know if I could make that work, because it might be what, 5-10 years down the road, and you might completely throw logic out the window on something else. I would have a very, very hard time dating somebody who truly believed that the earth was flat. So, a giant shrine in the bedroom. Um, remove the word politician and put anything. I think to some degrees, if you're severely devoted to a certain thing, either it be religion, politics, or whatever, there's a certain amount of respect I can have for that. But I also think that if your significant other asks that you don't do that, or you're not willing to have that conversation with the significant other about how you guys use the communal space, that I wouldn't appreciate. It was the same thing that, say for instance, if you had a significant other that would go out and spend money, it's like, okay, look, we're in a relationship, it's not just you, we need to communicate. If somebody goes out and they, I don't know, go and buys a goat or a cow, to me it would be the same thing. It's like, look, we're in a relationship. I may still want the cow. I may be totally cool with the cow. But the fact that we didn't have that conversation and you didn't have that respect for me, that's the problem. So if you didn't have the respect for me to make a significant change in the house, in the bedroom, and there was no conversation or willingness to find middle ground, for me, that's the problem. If they were, say, devout, I don't know if I want to use the word devout, but if they were like very big on one political party or another, I don't have a problem with that. As long as they also respect my viewpoints and it doesn't become a source of arguments and fights because we have opposing views. That would be more important to me. I think I said that well. A lot of that was kind of off the cuff, so it's not maybe explained or thought out super precisely, but hopefully you were able to kind of piece it together. Because it was a little spread apart, but that's my thought. That's my viewpoint. So I'm actually curious to see where this is at. I'm not going to trade it. You could have probably made a trade here, but look at that spread. That spread is basically the same thing as Nvidia without any of the long-term benefits. It would just have a lot more of a chance of just absolute crashing than anything, unlike Nvidia. So very, very dangerous stock here. No worries, Akar. You had some really good questions there that really kind of made me sit and kind of think of a good way to explain it. And I really like those challenges. I like the mental workout. That's actually something I really enjoy. I like to have these open conversations. Although maybe some people on my streams don't like that. I don't know. Hopefully they do. But yeah, see, this is dangerous. You see the spread down here? I mean, getting out would be very difficult. You're gonna have to try to chase this. There's a chance that you try to go in, it's going to get pushed down like this. You're not going to be able to get out. So now you're trying to keep going down. It causes more and more people to go down, causing the price to go, shooting down. Same thing with shooting up and just everything in between. It's not predictable. And I don't want that. I don't want things that are not predictable. Anyway, this is where I'm going to end the stream for today. I am going to go, I gotta go pick up the parts for my truck. I had them ordered. I'm going to get the Amazon um, boxed up and sent out. Um, and then uh, I don't think I'm gonna stop at Starbucks. I don't think I made enough money to kind of reward myself. So I'm gonna kind of chill. So yeah, that's the end of my day. I'm done trading. See you guys tomorrow. Sorry I was not live yesterday. I did not feel well and end up having to go to the doctor. So uh, see you guys tomorrow. You're up 49 on the day. Good deal, dude. Odison, 49, is that near your HOD or did you give some back somewhere? Did you go down or is that right at HOD? I'm kind of upset where, how much I gave back, but I got into the chop some more than what I should have, but it is kind of what it is. I need to get better at playing the bigger drops. Like this one right here would have been good, but I was getting a little aggressive. You gave nothing back. Freaking awesome, dude. Good job. Very good job, Odison. Well, I'll see y'all Friday. I 100% do not think I'm going to be doing any more trading. I don't think Tesla. This is choppy. You could get in it and find a crash. It's. I'm not going to try to play that unless it really starts the game big ground, big green candles. But I'm not going to keep trying to chase that. So. Odison, I should probably start doing that. Once I get to about halfway, I should probably stop. I don't know. I'm gonna think about that. I'm gonna do some paper trading later. On TOS on demand stuff. I'm gonna practice doing some Tesla or Nvidia. Trying to pick the entries in correct and not get into this chop. That's one of those things I'm gonna start really working on. I'll probably do that a little bit over the weekend when I'm not working on the truck. Although I may not have time. Depends on how long it takes me to work on the truck. Yeah, same thing here, Odison. That's something that you and me both need to work on. And that's something I definitely think I'm going to get down by this year. So I'm hoping to have a really good year next year. Um, this month, I think I'm going to actually close red, but by a little bit. So it's better than it was last month. And I need to keep working on that and getting better and get back above the line. Um, August was one of my worst months. I really screwed up with that option. Anyway, um, yeah, so that's going to be the end of the day. I'm out. So, um, yeah, the last week of August just not only screwed me, but I trade way too emotionally on it. Same, same. That's something we're gonna have to get better with because we're playing with these larger stakes. So we're we got to be a little bit more precise here. So we're going to start working on that. I need to delete that. All right. Anyway, Acar, I'm actually about to leave, but we could definitely do that on another day. I got to get going. The storm's about to be blowing through, so I want to try to get over to the auto parts store before I get rained on. So I'm going to be out. See you guys tomorrow. And see you guys another day.